Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Tsung Kong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Kamapa. And homage to Master Tutan Tarji. Homage to the rituals of the altar. Homage to the main deity of Homa today, Yamantaka. The great Vajra Bhairava Eruka Vidyaraja Sumo Tansangyapzo Tutan Siddhi, all Dhamma masters, Dhamma educators, Dhamma teachers, Dhamma instructors, Dhamma tutors, directors of temples and centers, all disciples present here and over the internet. Good afternoon, everyone. How do you do?
Hi, Stella. Hola, Nico.
I would like to announce for next Sunday, June 11th at 3 p.m. we will have hiking Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva Homa. Hiking Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. I've talked about this before. The first time I was at the Jade Emperor Temple, the abbot of the temple, the first sutra that the abbot gave me, but it's a thin booklet, was the Hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra or Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra. So I started to chant it. I can say that since I started chanting Hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra, for so many years, by chanting it once, immediately it gives responses. The most important part in it is in the Hiking Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, there are many important points. It includes all the Buddhas, like the countless Buddhas. That's already uncountable. And then also countless bodhisattvas. The 8 great bodhisattvas which we should invoke when we chant Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra. They include Avalokitesvara, Manjushri, Samantabhadra, Maitreya, Akasagarbha, Vajapani, Viskambin, Siddhigarbha, all these 8 great bodhisattvas. And then the Avalokitesvara in the 10 directions and all bodhisattvas. So all the names of the Buddhas are called upon. And I have explained about hiking Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. This hiking Avalokitesvara was not spoken by Sakyamuni Buddha. It was transmitted in the dream. That in the dream someone gave guidance to chant the sutra, and consequently he alleviated his bad luck. So who transmitted it? It turned out to be Vimalakirti. Vimalakirti, who provided the guidance and transmitted the sutra. One evening, one night, Vimalakirti told me, "Now, can you put down? Let go?" And I said, "Of course. It's easy to let go." Okay. Now that you can let go or put it down, then he used a circle of bright, brilliant light right in front of me. And he said, as soon as you open your apex, the tip of your head, and then your original soul or consciousness, you pushed it out, the apex into the light, then you will return to your origin. Fine, if you have let go of everything, then this way you can go back to your origin. At that time when I saw that, I wanted to go back to my origin, but the first thing I thought about was your grandma, which was Sumo. Because now she is eradicating her karma. If I don't help her and go to my origin and leave the world sooner than she does, and then leaves her alone in the Sahara world to suffer, Fortune just had the baby, Luin, and Fortune is still caring for Jaden and Jin. We don't have much time to come back and take care of Sumo. So after I said this, Master Lin Sung of True Buddha Foundation said that True Buddha Foundation will take care of Sumo. So what he meant is, why didn't you go? You can go. True Buddha Foundation will take care of her. Actually, it's extremely difficult to take care of Sumo, really. A lot of hardship. She could not sleep all night last night. So she couldn't come today. Of course, there's also a disciple taking care of her. But all things that happen to her may not be known to the True Buddha Foundation. Big things or small things. So I was thinking that at her most difficult time, I should, although if I go, I would have let go. Of course, it's fine to go, but sometimes when I'm thinking about it, I just cannot bear it. So that's why I stay around. That's why I stay. So that evening, the heart beat very fast. That was the day. What day was that? When Jack came to help me measure my blood pressure and blood sugar. That was the day. The blood sugar dropped to 60s. That was the night. Vimalakirti appeared and manifested a circle of like mirror light, bright light, and asked me to enter into it. If I left my body, then I would not come back. I would have gone to my origin, the origin of Padma Kumara. Actually, that's good too. There's no, I didn't have to suffer from any illnesses or anything. I can just go like that. Why do I want to suffer in the human world? But I still came back so that Sumu I can accompany Sumu for a few more years. In sum, she is suffering the karmic retribution, and she needs someone by her side so that at least she can see me around and feel comforted. If I go all of a sudden, that would be such as life. So my chanting of the hiking Vimalakirti Sutra has helped her too. Every time she's not good, she's not well, even in the car, I chant the hiking Vimalakirti Sutra just once. From unwell, she turned into wellness right away. The Reverend Bien is here. Did you hear me chanting Hiking Sutra in the car? When she got on the car, she needed someone to help her. She could not walk. With one recitation of the Hiking Sutra, she could walk. And every time. It's very miraculous. She could not walk at first, and we carried her up onto the car, and then I chanted the Hiking Sutra once. And then when we got to the Seattle temple, she could run. Every time. So if I don't help her chant the Hiking Sutra, that wouldn't be good. Ian is inside the car. She saw it with her own eyes, that we carried her onto the car, but when she got off the car, she could walk and run. And in between, all I did was chanted the Hiking Sutra once. And I chant the Hiking Sutra every day. I don't know for how long. The same, just like the 1,000 Dharma vessels spiritual deliverance, I will do it every day. That's why the Hiking Vimalakirti Sutra is truly responsive, very responsive. Her mudra is the Dharma teaching mudra. It's not the Dharma teaching mudra. Yeah, this is turning the Dharma wheel mudra, the mudra of turning the Dharma wheel. You can either form it this way or this way. So in the Hiking Vimalakirti Sutra, we chant the eradication, karma eradication mantra. Karma eradication mantra of the 7 Buddhas. Our Hiking Vimalakirti Bodhisattva is very magnificent. And this is the Hiking Vimalakirti Sutra transmitted by Vimalakirti for next week. There would be the Hiking Vimalakirti Bodhisattva Homa. So Hiking Vimalakirti is very compassionate, and today we perform the Yamantaka Homa. This deity is extremely important. He is the protector of Tsongkhapa, also my protector. Also my protector. At the Rainbow Temple, the main deity is Yamantaka Heruka. At the Heruka Hall, or Protector Hall at the Rainbow Temple, the main deity at the center is Yamantaka. His power is tremendous. and he can subdue all kinds of maras and demons. He's the Mara subduing one, Yamataka. That's the mantra. In him, there's Amitabha Buddha and Manjushri Bodhisattva and the Yama King. So the union of three deities. So he could subdue the Mara of death, to subdue the Mara of afflictions, the celestial Mara, Mara of afflictions, Mara of skandhas or aggregates, all can be subdued. Let alone the little ghost. As soon as he appears, nobody can counter him. He's the fearless Vajra. (360°). There is no demonic obstruction that he cannot subdue. 360 degrees. Oh, it's a slight regret that the primary supplicants are not that many. People don't know him. Actually, his power is the greatest among all protectors. The first time I gained spiritual union with him I was in my room in the tantric quarters. When he appears, we can say the water of the four oceans would churn. That's such great power he has. Now let me share a joke. When I was in high school, I liked a girl. So one day, at the stairs, I saw her. So I summoned my courage and I gave her the love letter from my pocket and then ran away. And then when I got to the classroom, my heart was anxious. And after 2 classes, I was thinking, has she read my love letter? What is her reaction? So he was checking the pocket, and the love letter is still there, but $1,000 disappeared. He was too nervous. Got into the college exam, failed the college exam, and went to the military. And then there was a competition to stand upright for the whole day, and everybody else had falling down, except Xiaoming stood up for 12 hours straight and was first. And then the leader asked, "Wow, you're incredible. How did you train?" And Xiaoming said, "Oh, I have to thank my high school teacher." "Oh, was that your sport teacher that to let you train so well?" And he said, "No, it's just my class lead, because for 3 years in high school I never sat." He's always standing even during class. That's how he trained. He was being punished to stand. The teacher told Xiaoming, "If you don't focus on your class, I will tell you you're dead." And Xiaoming said, "You know, I'm not very satisfied with you, but I never told you you're dead." Now we'll move on to the Q&A. Wow, lots of questions. 1, 2, 3. From Malaysia. Lianhua Zhongmeng. Would like to ask Grandmaster about questions on no self and the ultimate truth, or the enlightening Dharma. Guru Buddha once said that no self is the great wisdom to attain Buddhahood. How should a tantrika know that their spiritual cultivation has led them to realize and confirm the state of no self? A tantric practitioner in their spiritual cultivation, how do they know that they have realized and confirmed the state of no self? That's first question. Second question. In the recent Mahamayuri ceremony, Grandmaster Lu, in explaining Akalanata's phrase, "Those who know my mind will attain Buddhahood in this body," said that a cultivator can achieve union with empty nature because they are devoid of self. Then they can manifest their Buddha nature and attain Buddhahood in this lifetime. Yet in Grandmaster's book 289, Life is but a Dream, the 6th article entitled The 5th Instruction of the Practice Toward Enlightenment, you wrote that the Buddha said one must be no self to reach the ultimate attainment. Grandmaster also stated during the teaching on the overview of Buddha Dharma that an arhat can attain arhatship due to having attained no self. My question is, if a great arhat can attain the highest wisdom of no self, why can't they reach the ultimate attainment and become a Buddha directly? Since he's already no self, but why couldn't he become a Buddha directly in this body? That was the second question. The third question, Grandmaster, in your book 190, Wisdom of Non-Attachment, in the article How Deep is Buddha Dharma, you wrote, in reading the Tripitaka, I discovered a great secret, which is the highest and deepest pithy instruction of Sakyamuni Buddha. And the Buddha himself did not speak of it even until his parinirvana. It certainly is an astonishing revelation. I would like to ask Grandmaster, how do no mind, no self, and unborn endurance differ from this highest and deepest teaching of Sakyamuni Buddha? That's his third question. Wow. His questions are all very deep. Guru Buddha once said that no self is the great wisdom to attain Buddhahood. How should the Tantric practitioner know in their spiritual cultivation that they have realized or confirmed the state of no self? Anybody can provide the answer? Okay, you give it a try. Give her a microphone. Otherwise, people cannot hear what you say. Homage to Grandmaster, let me try. No mind, no self, non-arising. Is what Grandmaster often said, which is the wisdom of true emptiness that are expressed using words. Actually, the difference is only in words. Actually, empty nature is the wisdom of true emptiness, which is the Buddha nature. How come there is the greatest wisdom? Because the true emptiness plus the convenience, so that becomes the all-embracing wisdom. Only then you become a Buddha. But if it's only empty nature without any conduct or action, that's not a Buddha. So for humans, that's called Buddha. If without humans, that's emptiness, empty nature. Please be seated. She used three wisdoms. The first wisdom, the fundamental wisdom. The second wisdom, the wisdom of discernment, which is the convenience dharma. And the third one is the combination of the first two, which is the all-embracing or all-encompassing wisdom. One is about emptiness, one is existence. And non-existence and non-emptiness is the all-embracing wisdom. Emptiness is the fundamental wisdom. Existence is the wisdom of discernment. And neither empty nor existence or existing, that's the all-embracing wisdom. That's your answer. In my opinion, no self. Let me tell you what no self is. Because humans have afflictions, attachments. It's due to self. Because humans have self, they have afflictions and attachments. So how should a tantrika know that in their spiritual cultivation that they have realized and confirmed state of no self? If you have no more afflictions, you have no more attachments, you have no more afflictions, then that's no self. Let me ask all of you, do you still have afflictions? What I just said was an affliction. I was saying that I did not enter into the pure light of the great mirror. Vimalakirti asked me, can you let go of everything? I said, yes. And he said, fine. Why don't you now enter into this mirror like pure light? And then you'll go to origin. And then a thought appeared. There's still Sumu who's eradicating her karma. So I did not enter into the pure light. That meant that you still have an affliction. Then that's not the state of no self. If at that time I left my body and entered into the great mirror like pure light and go back to origin, and that I let go of everything and I'm not afflicted about Sumu, not afflicted about anything, and I don't attach about anything in the Saha world, nothing in the Saha world. That's in simple words. This is talking about fundamental wisdom, wisdom of discernment, and all-embracing wisdom. This is more elaborate, but what I say, if you have no attachment, but I did have attachment about Sumu, then that's not no self. But if you have no attachment about anything, and you have no afflictions about anything, then that means you are no self. You are devoid of self. That's my answer. If you feel you have no afflictions whatsoever, and nobody can bind me, I can let go of everything too. And then you are not attached to anything. The so-called wealth, sensual pleasures, name, all gone. Not cling to them. That would be the same as the state of no self. That would be my answer to Lian Hua Zhong Meng. Second, that the great Arhat, he's picking on my problem there. I mean, he's trying to find problem with my writing, I guess. In the overview of Buddha Dharma, you said that Arhat can attain Arhatships due to having attained no self. My question is, if a great Arhat can attain the highest wisdom of no self, why can't they reach the ultimate attainment and become a Buddha directly in that lifetime? Let me tell you one thing. This is very difficult to say. Some people say Someone said,
在英国，哪一个人跟我去见到英国？
who
是什么学校？
Oxford. There's a Buddhist study. Oxford. Yeah, Oxford University. The head of the Buddhist study, Professor Gombrich, went to Taiwan to visit me. He said that the great Arhat is a Buddha. At that time, I told him, how can the great Arhat a Buddha? Because in the four sixthly realms, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Prateka Buddhas, and Arhats, they are the four sixthly realms. So Professor Gombrich said that the great Arhat is a Buddha. And I said, that shouldn't be right. So he's a professor of some Buddhist study or something. There was a
Howard Johnson.
Fu Hua.
Howard Johnson， 中文我也忘掉了。富华呀，
富华饭店，台中富华饭店，在那里我们一起吃饭，然后跟我讨论佛法。对，有在一起讨论佛法。我有没有写在书上啊？
那个是在那个我们的记载里面是2019年4月20日，这个叫英国著名佛学教授叫做理查巩布里奇。
对。
理查巩布里奇。
好，他讲大阿罗汉就是佛。
He said, Professor Gombrich said that a great Arhat is a Buddha.
这个另外菩萨还有一个严劫。
So a Buddha, a Bodhisattva, a Prateka Buddha, and the great Arhat. They are the four sixthly realms, and he said that the great Arhat is a Buddha. He said that.
我讲大阿罗汉已经证到无我，因为阿罗汉要成就阿罗汉，当然。
So the great Arhat, to attain Arhatship, has to be in a state of no self. He has let go of everything.
他也不贪，你知道大
he has no desire for anything. You know, it is very difficult to reach, to become a great arhat. Like about eating, the food has to be visualized to be the most inedible poo. So the food needs to be visualized to become poo, and then to eat the poo. That's about eating. And then money, the great arhat never touches money. That doesn't mean that you can use chopsticks. So your hand cannot touch money. So they have no money. That's the rule. That's the precept, that his hands cannot touch money. So money is of no use to him. And the food, he got food from alms begging. And even for eating, you have to visualize it to be poo. How can you eat it? So, about sensual pleasures, they don't even touch it. Not even flowers. In the Vimalakirti Sutra, it's stated that the goddess who scatters the flowers, and then when the flowers would stick to the arhats. So they don't even touch flowers, according to the Buddha's rules, that they cannot touch or get in touch with any sensual pleasures, including flowers. So there's no sensual pleasures. And name, they're deep in the mountains, performing ascetic practices. How can they have a name? None. So everything is gone, right? And sleep. They cannot sleep on bed. They can only rest, but sitting. Any one of you sleeping in a sitting position, please raise your hand. We lie down on bed to sleep. Anyone sitting while sleeping? And not only that, standing with a rope, and you hold on the rope. You hold on the rope and sleeping while standing. So you're not allowed to lie down or even sitting when you sleep. So if you're about to drop, then you hold onto the rope. So they train until they sleep while standing or resting while standing. So they have no money. They have no sensual pleasures. They don't even touch flowers. Name? What name? Deep in the forests, mountains, what name are you talking about? And food, they eat poo. So the food that they got from alms begging was treated as poo to eat. They don't even know what it tastes like. So in sleep, they never lie down to sleep. They sit or stand while sleeping. So what else have you got? That is no self. That's how the spiritual cultivation of a great arhat that was specified by the Buddha. Anyone sleeping while sitting, that's Grandmaster, on the Dharma throne. But at night, I would sleep lying in my bed. Today, nobody woke me up. I asked Master Lian Qi to notify me. He said he knocked, but not too hard, softly. And how could I hear that? How could I wake up? That's why I was a little late today. Sorry. If it's time, then you should come and call me. It's 20 minutes past. So a great arhat has achieved no self, right? Let me tell you, yes, a great arhat has achieved no self, achieved emptiness. Why didn't he become a Buddha? Because he did not deliver sentient beings. Do you understand? Because he practiced himself, and he becomes a sage. But he only think for his own sake, and did not think for the sake of sentient beings. That's why he did not become a Buddha. That's it. So that's his question. Because a great arhat cannot combine both emptiness and existence. He just train or practice emptiness, but not train or practice the existence or self. That's why Buddhahood is about the all-embracing wisdom, non-emptiness and non-existence, and also both emptiness and existence. But an arhat is only emptiness and no existence. So that's my answer. So although a great arhat can attain the highest wisdom of no self, they cannot reach the ultimate attainment and become a Buddha, because he only embraces emptiness but not existence. The third question: how deep is Buddha Dharma? He discovered a great secret, the highest and deepest pithy instruction of Shakyamuni Buddha, that the Buddha did not even speak of it until his parinirvana. It's a very astonishing revelation. Grandmaster, no mind, of course, no self, unborn endurance. Are they different from the highest and deepest teaching of Shakyamuni Buddha? Once you have no self, then of course there would be no mind. So we can say that with no mind, no self, and unborn endurance, that's the immovable ground. Once you confirm and you attain and confirm the no mind, no self, and unborn endurance, you will be unmoved. Of course, different. The pithy instruction of the Buddha is the sage with the perfect enlightenment and conduct. So it embraces or encompasses both emptiness and existence. So how different is it? The one that includes both existence and emptiness. So both existence and emptiness, neither emptiness nor existence. That's the highest, deepest, fifth instruction. And no mind, no self, unborn endurance are close. These three are close to each other. That's how I like to tell you. Lian Hua Zhong Mung from Malaysia. Do you know now? In the Sutra of Perfect Enlightenment, talk about this question that he raised. 506 already. Let me talk about it a little bit. Vimalakirti called everyone the benevolent ones. Abhor it and instead rejoice in the Buddha's body. So upon hearing that human bodies is problematic, is despicable, it's bad. When in old age there are pains everywhere. There isn't a part that's free from pain. Pain in the eyes, in the neck, in the back, in the pelvic, in the knees. Pain everywhere, in the head, in the ears, in the soles of the feet, swollen legs. When you got on the plane and you took off your high heels, and when you arrive and you cannot wear the high heels anymore, so you carry the high heels and walk bare feet. That's because you have swollen feet. There isn't a place that's not painful. So the body is detestable, loathsome. So you should all rejoice in the Buddha's body. You need to learn Buddha Dharma. At this time, the only method to alleviate the suffering of the body is to learn Buddha Dharma and to attain the Buddha's body. Because the Dharma body is like the celestial maiden that I saw. She's wearing celestial garment that needs no need to be washed. Very luminous. And the face of the heavenly beings very radiant, very luminous. And the flowers will never wilt. And their bodies are always clean. They don't need to bathe. Always pure. Always the most beautiful. And luminous. Emitting light, and with the thought, wherever you want to go, you'll be there. They are endowed with transcendent power of soul travel, and transcendent power of sight. They can see anything, anywhere. Or the transcendent power of hearing. They can hear anything. Or to know other people's minds. Or about past lives. That the three times are one. There's no so-called time. Eternal. No time, no space. The three times are one. And complete outflow. No more afflictions. whatsoever. Transcendent power of exhausted outflow or complete outflow. So transcendent power of seeing, hearing, knowing other people's mind, traveling, and exhausted outflow, and one more. Past lives, knowing past lives. So they know all wisdom and they have no afflictions whatsoever. Complete exhaustive of all afflictions, and self-mastery and spontaneous activities accordingly. Why is this so? Because a Buddha's body is the Dharma body. So the Buddha's body is the Dharma body. Grandmaster has many Dharma bodies. And many people can feel Grandmaster's Dharma bodies. Lianhua Hanyu. Have you seen Grandmaster's Dharma body? Yes, I have. You know that Grandmaster's Dharma body is around you 24 hours a day. And you have also seen many of the Buddha's Dharma body. Give her the microphone. Have you seen Grandmaster's Dharma body? Do you know that Grandmaster's Dharma body is following you? Yes. Have you seen Buddha's Dharma bodies? Yes. She's a witness. Please be seated. Actually, among us here, many people have seen my Dharma bodies too. Many people have seen my Dharma bodies. The fact is such. That's why he said the Buddha's body is the Dharma body. She not only saw Grandmaster's Dharma body, she also saw Buddha's Dharma bodies. That's why her faith is very strong. You came from Taiwan, right? Taipei. And you graduated from the veterinarian department of Taiwan University. And now you're a vet in the hospital. Yes. So Buddha's body is a Dharma body, and that Dharma body is much better than this rotten body, because the Dharma body is indestructible, but our physical body can decay. You know, our body is really no good. There are a lot of problems with it. So a Dharma body cannot break. It's everlasting. It's ever present. Of course, Vimalakirti said that the Buddha's body is the Dharma body. I don't like my own body. First, it's too short. It's so upsetting. I don't look so bad, right? It's acceptable. I'm 79 already, almost 80. Yeah, it's not bad to look like this at this age. But I'm too short. Why? People always say tall and handsome. Always say it that way. Why they don't say short and handsome? So upsetting. This body. Can I grow taller? I've asked many doctors, can I grow taller? And they said, surgery. How? They break the bones and then connect it. And then to let the muscles grow. And that's too much suffering. Come to me. So I'm wearing high heels. But these are not high heels. These are cloud stepping shoes. And I've worn them for a long time. These were made by my disciple. In Taichung, there was a Chinese medicine college. A doctor who specializes in orthopedic correction, something. And Sumo encountered them. And who are these for? For Grandmaster. And then they said that they will especially made it for Grandmaster. There must be some regret so that Grandmaster can be taller about 10 centimeters. But now it's been worn, so maybe 8 centimeters. So I grew taller by 10. At my height, the tallest height was 163 centimeters. But recently I'm only 158 centimeters. The spine has condensed, has shortened. And that's my biggest regret in my life. So this body is no good. If you've seen my Dharma body, you would know my Dharma body is huge. That's however big, however tall you want it, however small you want it, and free from any illnesses. No need to go to the dentist or for teeth cleaning about every 3 months. And then we have to go to the family doctor every 3 months. And in mid-June, I have to go to see my family doctor Gaur again. I have 3 doctors. One is cardiologist. One is as a family doctor related to kidneys, and then another real family doctor. And I have to go see them. So this body is no good, but Buddha's body and the Dharma body is wonderful. They don't get sick. So, how do Buddha's body and kidney bodies arise? Or how do you give birth to the Dharma body and Buddha body? But now, having this body is no good. It makes me tired. There are a lot of problems. This engine is about to break. The engine inside the body is about to break. But Dharma body has no such problems. And it can transform and change anytime. Very bright, radiant, and very pure. And they know everything. Come and go without leaving a trace. It's just not one body. From one, it can become thousands and millions and myriad of them. That's why Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva has a myriad emanations. That's this Buddha's body or Dharma body. Not only one person can see Grandmaster. A myriad number. Everyone, when you reach a certain state, will be able to see. Yesterday, my mom took me on a blind date. And one is with great figure, but her look has protruding teeth, and the other one, the face is beautiful and she's rather heavy. So when I got home, I felt very anxious, and this is a major topic. What should I do? And then my mom told me that both of them don't like me, so no need to be afflicted by it. Someone said, I just bought a durian and it's smelly. What a bad fruit seller. And then said, do you know, I bought the lotus fruits and they're all with holes. And then someone else said, and I bought a vinegar, it's all sour. And then someone said, but you know, when I bought the coconut, it's leaking, there's water in it. A fat person asks a dietitian or weight loss instructor, is there any, what is that called? Like a Band-Aid for weight loss? And the instructor said, it depends where you paste it on. So where would you put it to be most effective? Is around your mouth. Woman is forgetful, where she forgot about her hair clips, but she would remember the words you said a few years ago at what date and what time. You know, Simu has been very forgetful about things, but what words I said when we just got married, she still remember. The teacher is teaching in the class, and Ning and R, A and B were chatting continuously, and then the teacher asked them, come up here And now say it 10 times loudly what you said. Well, the teacher didn't draw his zipper 10 times. Yesterday, I attended the competition for the most ugly, the ugliest, and I just got on stage, and then the MC asked me to get off the stage that, the winner from the past competition should not attend. วันนี้ไปไม่ห้อง